I think there's a little bit of a contradiction here because at the same time, the Trump administration or the policy is claiming that the pressure has worked on Iran. But at the same time, it seems like Iran's regional behavior hasn't really changed. In fact, it has intensified, which was the focus of the pressure campaign. I don't think this was a very good strategy on the part of President Trump. He seems to have been using the same strategy he used with North Korea, and that worked to some extent because the North Korean leader operates very differently from the Iranian leadership. He wanted that photo up with President Trump as much, if not more, than President Trump. He wanted that legitimacy of standing next to President Trump, of bringing him to the DMZ zone and all of that. The Iranian leadership is not looking for any of that. The Iranian top leadership, the supreme leader, even the president, none of them are looking to be in a photo with President Trump or to get that kind of legitimacy for their domestic purposes. So the maximum pressure and the confrontation and the tough rhetoric on Iran is very different from what the previous administration, President Obama's administration, used on Iran, because they used the pressure, but at the same time, they provided incentives. President Obama ensured that Iran can continue enrichment, can continue a civil nuclear program, and that he's not looking for regime change in Iran. President Trump has said some of that in rhetoric, but it hasn't really been matched with action. His action has just been pressure, piling up of sanctions, and not much of the incentive. But then at the same time, I want to add this point that he is an isolationist. He's not looking for a war. He didn't run on a campaign promise of more wars. In fact, he criticized Democrats and Republicans for waging all these Middle Eastern wars. And it seems like he is actually trying so hard to not start another war in the Middle East. But